if you think you can, you will really do that. And apart from that, hard work is must. These two things, when they go together, each everything is possible.
Hello, guys, and welcome to episode 5 of Sustainability Simplified, your bi monthly dose of how to seamlessly build an action oriented, sustainable, and profitable business. I am your host, Zitin, and today we are in conversation with my friend Tabish Khan, who is going to be a doctor soon. And alongside that, she does something pretty interesting. Stay tuned to find out. Welcome, Tabish. It's a pleasure to have you. How are you today?
Hi Zitin, I am fine. What about you?
Yeah, very well, very well. How's the COVID situation back there?
COVID is like, as it is increasing tremendously, but the fear is nothing in people now. Like, it's like fear is nothing, and but COVID situation is worsening.
Oh gosh, that's a pretty tricky situation to be in. I hope you're safe.
Yeah, yeah, I'm safe.
That's good. Great. So, since I have already built up some suspense in the introduction, if you can please share a little bit about yourself with our listeners, that would be great.
Hey everyone, I'm Tabish Khan. I'm from Kashmir. I'm a self-taught artist by passion, but by profession I'm currently pursuing MBBS from Dhaka. My art form is basically painting, but apart from that, I like to convert waste materials into beautiful art pieces.
Amazing. That's pretty interesting, don't you guys think? That actually takes me to a very interesting question, which is what really, first of all, actually got you motivated, to convert waste into art?
Yeah, since childhood, I had a keen interest towards nature. But for me, my inspiration was my preschool teacher. He used to paint all stuff. I was inspired by him. I always used to try something different from him, about like, as he used to make cartoons, he used to make some craft works. I used to try each and everything at home. From him, I was inspired. And apart from that, whenever I saw leaf, like chinar leaf, or some normal household things like cups, plates, I always thought to make something creative out of them. So I started to make a craft from them, and I made about more than 100 crafts from chinar leaves, from a broken cup, even from eggshell, and even from feather. I also make something different apart from normal canvases. These are my favorite canvases, to make something out of the waste materials.
That is something really cool, Tabish. At least I find it very innovative, like painting on a feather, maybe, or chinar leaves. Pretty awesome, actually. And of course, the hot topic these days, and we also started off talking a little bit about it, which is COVID. That takes me to the next question, actually. How did you spend, or are you spending your time during the pandemic period? What's actually keeping you busy?
Yes, when we like arrived from college, we had to go back to our homes, and we had no exams, nothing. As you know, pandemic just made everyone get into the boredom. So I had a lot of idle time apart from the normal study schedule. I started to make paintings and waste materials, as I already said. Then I made about 150 paintings to get out of boredom and to get out of the stress we are usually, like everyone is nowadays suffering because of this pandemic.
Absolutely. Oh my God, 150. That is really amazing. Something has actually been on my mind, and you also fleetingly mentioned it in your last response, is about, stress, during study schedules. And you mentioned that you are pursuing your medicals. So it must be quite hectic. So, generally, like outside of COVID times, how do you really manage your time to do something that you love so much and also something that serves an environmental purpose? How do you really balance it out?
Firstly, this all depends on our willpower. If we think we can't, we will never be able to do such thing. And if we think everything can be possible, all goes in your favor. And so did I. I never thought my passion and profession as hurdle for each other, like passion and profession never collapsing each other, because I always thought it as they are interlinking with each other. Like my passion is interlinking with my profession for MBBS studies. For MBBS studies, I get like patience through my art, patience, and more often I it acts as a healing power for me. Like for me, it is a stress booster in my hard times in my studies. It acts as a, like, it was never hurdle for me to manage time between passion and my profession.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting idea because, a lot of times people do give excuses like this is so difficult, there's so much study, especially when it's about, medicals, which is such a long drawn process. But something that, runs across is that many students do, face a lot of stress and anxiety while having such hectic schedules. With your experience, would you like to give any message maybe to students who may be experiencing this right now, especially with the current situation of the pandemic?
Yeah, sure. Like in current situation, like in current pandemic or some without pandemic, most of the youth is often suffering from the stress, anxiety, depression, everything. Every youth should like realize his or her own another capability apart from the normal schedules. Like he should realize what is his talent, what he can do apart from his normal routine life. One thing it will gain him that he will feel something special about himself, that I'm doing something apart from the normal life. And he thinks like I have got something on in my whole that I can really do, I can really feel like I am capable of doing something. When your mind is satisfied with yourself, when your heart is satisfied with yourself, and each and everything is in favor of you, no anxiety can hurdle you in your success.
Absolutely rightly said. And something that's really amazing and what has actually inspired me personally, also when I'm looking at your profile, the stuff that you make, is the entire environmental aspect to it, which is, not only making something beautiful, but making something beautiful out of what would usually have, ended up into a landfill perhaps. So it's actually adding aesthetic value, and also serving an environmental purpose. So that's pretty amazing, and I would really like to congratulate you on that. I also want you to share maybe some advice that you may have with all our listeners. Anything you might want to say?
Yeah, sure. As you said, in environmental things, I mostly prefer like I used to make chinar leaves. That's my real chinar leaves are, that's my favorite canvas. That's to depict the culture of Kashmir. You do each and everything which you want to do to depict your culture, to depict your society. And apart from that, I always think two things are very important in one's life. That's self confidence. When you believe, yeah, that you can really do something, if you think you can, you will really do that. And apart from that, hard work is must. These two things, when they go together, each everything is possible. Like in every field, these two together work things together are making possible way for you to be more successful in your life.
Absolutely. And I say this all the time in all my public engagements as well. When I talk about entrepreneurship and sustainable entrepreneurship in particular, I think what is important really is perseverance, hard work, confidence, which you rightly mentioned. So, yeah, kudos to you for that. Definitely, these are very, very important points. So, thanks for sharing those with our listeners. And of course, lastly, please do share all your social media handles so that all our wonderful listeners can reach out to you and see the wonderful artwork that you do.
Yeah, on Insta I have by my username art by Tabish Khan, and on FB same page art by Tabish Khan. But on Twitter it's at the rate of Tabish 99, and YouTube Tabish Ejaz Khan.
Thanks a lot, Tabish, for sharing that. Guys, please make a mental note of this. She has some really, really beautiful artwork out there, which is also environmentally friendly. So that's the best part about it. So thanks a lot, Tabish, for your time. All the work that you're doing is absolutely inspirational, and I'm pretty sure it'll motivate many others to pursue something that they love while caring for the planet. My best wishes for your journey to become Dr. Tabish Khan. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
As always, thank you for listening. And if you liked this podcast, feel free to share it in your network. My one takeaway from this episode was if you think you can, you really will do it. Anything is possible with hard work and perseverance. I would love to hear your key takeaway from today. Do share it with me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. You will find me there on @Zitin Munshi. That's @ZITINMUNSHI. Until next time.